Hello and welcome to FYI Weekly, your official source for the latest news and information from the city of Greensboro. After a nationwide search and competitive process, Nasha McCray has been promoted to Director of the Parks and Recreation Department. McCray has served as the interim director since September 2017. Assistant City Manager Chris Wilson says as the Deputy and Interim Director of Parks and Recreation, Nasha has established herself as a leader, and we're excited for the future of the department under her direction. With a background in planning, McCray has overseen some significant growth for the city and Parks and Recreation, from the opening of the Griffin Recreation Center to the new Latham Skate Park. McCray joined the city in October 2009 and has served as the department's deputy director since December 2015. She began her career as a planner for the city of West Palm Beach, Florida, before serving as a senior planner and then project planner for its community redevelopment agency. Following a move to North Carolina, McCray secured the position of senior planner in Jacksonville and is credited with developing its first neighborhood and area planning program, spearheading the downtown master plan and managing its growth management plan. McCray earned a bachelor's degree in liberal studies and a master's degree in public administration at the University of Central Florida. Greensboro residents who reside in District 2 will have an opportunity to attend a town hall meeting being hosted by City Council Representative Dr. Goldie Wells. The town hall will take place from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 30th in the auditorium of Union Square campus, located at 124 East Gate City Boulevard. The town hall will provide an opportunity for District 2 residents to meet their representative and share thoughts about the future for a stronger district and stronger Greensboro. For more information, please contact Representative Goldie Wells at 336-373-2391. The Greensboro Municipal Federal Credit Union is serving the community at its newest branch in the Renaissance Shops located at 2511 Phillips Avenue. This branch allows the credit union to more readily serve its members and potential members in Northeast Greensboro. Jerry Wise, President and CEO of the Greensboro Municipal Federal Credit Union, says this area has long been known to be a financial and food desert. When the Renaissance Co-op, a food cooperative, opened its doors last year, it alleviated the food desert. The Greensboro Municipal Federal Credit Union joins the Renaissance Community Co-op inside the plaza, as well as the city's McGirt-Quarton Library. In the coming weeks, Cone Health will be opening a new clinic in the plaza. In an effort to help our employees and residents improve their quality of life, the city has partnered with Cone Health for a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to get fit and stay fit. Let's check in with our friends at Cone Health for today's news for your health.
Each year, it is estimated that over 250,000 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So what can you do to lower your risk? Well, there are many risk factors we cannot change when it comes to getting breast cancer. There are things we can do to lower our risk. Today, I'm going to go through 7 things we can do to lower our risk. Number 1, exercise. It's not uncommon for patients to say, well, I clean my house or I garden, and that really doesn't get it. And what I mean by that is studies have shown that physical activity that really counts is about 30 to 60 minutes of fairly vigorous activity at least 5 to 6 days per week. Limit alcohol intake and don't smoke. When we talk about smoking and its relationship to breast cancer, we know that several things are very important. Number 1, people that abstain from smoking clearly have a lower risk of breast cancer. Number 2, people that start smoking at an earlier age and smoke a longer time have a higher risk of breast cancer versus, of course, the person that abstains. When it comes to alcohol intake, studies have shown that as little as 3 to 6 drinks a week can increase your risk of breast cancer. That's unfortunate because, a lot of people think, well, wine's healthy, I'm going to drink a glass of wine a night. But that really does have a negative impact upon a woman and her breast cancer risk. Control your weight. Unfortunately, the heavier we become, our breast cancer risk increases. And this pertains to women as we go through the change of life, so through the perimenopausal and postmenopausal periods. So after menopause, the heavier we become, the higher our breast cancer risk becomes. And so the lesson to be learned from that is to try to maintain our body weights. Give your body the nutrients it needs. Initially, some of the studies early on looking at diets high in fruit and vegetables were controversial. But then in 2010, doctors went and looked at a whole bunch of studies, and they actually found that women that did eat diets high in fruit and vegetables do have a lower risk of breast cancer, which makes sense. So what's the lesson to be learned there is eat a healthy, well-balanced diet and lower your risk of breast cancer. Avoid or limit hormone replacement therapy. So evidence has definitely shown that hormone replacement therapy is linked to breast cancer and the development of breast cancer. If people are going to choose to use hormone replacement therapy after menopause, we tell women to limit the duration of time because there is a direct correlation between how long you use it and your incidence of breast cancer. So the woman who uses it and stays on it longer, the likelihood of her getting breast cancer drastically increases. Know your family history. Most breast cancers are not part of the hereditary breast or ovarian syndromes, like we hear about on TV nowadays, the BRCA syndromes. But knowing your history is really important because maybe you are somebody that needs to be referred for testing. Either way, however, a family history does raise your risk of breast cancer. Get screened. Number one, women should do monthly self-breast exams. We see patients who find, unfortunately, breast cancer on their own. Second, make sure you have a clinical breast exam by your doctor once a year. And then third, screening mammography. Screening mammography has been proven to reduce death from breast cancer. We tell women to start at age 40. Women seem to think there's a magic number when to stop. We tell women age 74 or 75, if you're still very healthy, 74 or 75-year-old, then by all indications today, those women need to continue with screening mammography. Thanks for joining me. I hope this information has been helpful. To learn more about cancer care at Cone Health Cancer Center, go to conehealth.com/cancer. I'm Dr. Shannon Penland.
Graduating seniors who want to attend a historically black college or university are encouraged to apply for a scholarship through Say Yes Guilford. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The City of Greensboro has named Jamia Waterman as the interim director of the Human Resources Department. Waterman will assume the role on February 1st following the retirement of current director Connie Hammond. Her last day is on January 31st. A national search for the Human Resources Director position will be conducted. Waterman joined the city as a member of its legal staff in 2007 and is currently the Human Resources Attorney. A Dudley High School graduate, Waterman holds an undergraduate degree from Howard University and a law degree from the Duke University School of Law. Prior to joining the city, Waterman served as staff attorney for Legal Aid of North Carolina from 2004 to 2007. Waterman is a member of the Greensboro Bar Association, the North Carolina Bar Association, and the National Forum for Black Public Administrators. Say Yes Guilford is offering a limited number of scholarships to eligible Guilford County students who are admitted to historically black colleges and universities, or HBCUs. The deadline to complete the application is February 15th. Selected students will receive scholarship grants of up to $10,000 to go toward the cost of attendance, including but not limited to their tuition. These scholarships are being funded by a generous donor to the Say Yes National Program. These HBCU scholarships will be divided among selected students in each of the Say Yes chapters in Buffalo, Syracuse, and Guilford County. The Say Yes students awarded scholarships to an HBCU will be eligible to receive the award for up to 5 years, and the scholarship can be used by this year's graduating high school seniors. To apply, students must complete the free application for federal student aid available through the Say Yes Guilford e-Scholarship portal. Again, the deadline to complete the application is February 15th, and the recipients will be selected by April 2nd. More information about the HBCU scholarship eligibility is available online. The city of Greensboro takes first place as the best place to drive in the United States. A recent survey by Waze, a community-based navigation app, found Greensboro ranked the highest in driver satisfaction, scoring an 8.7 out of a possible 10 points. Lexington, Kentucky, Dayton, Ohio, and Macon, Georgia scored in the top 5. The worst cities included Honolulu with a dismal score of 4.69, joined by Los Angeles, San Diego, and Portland, Oregon. Compared to most cities, Greensboro earned the #1 spot because our city doesn't have the high level of congestion, and you can move around effortlessly without worrying about the time of day. In an effort to spotlight and celebrate the entrepreneurs, the artists, the community builders, and essentially the next generation of leaders, the City of Greensboro is proud to partner with Action Greensboro to introduce our Made in Greensboro series. This day, we place the spotlight on the man who leads the Blue and Gold Marching Machine, Dr. Kenneth Ruff. One of the big attractions at every NC-A&T event, especially homecoming, is the Blue and Gold Marching Machine. The A&T Marching Band is the most recognized band in North Carolina and is a top contender in the world in historically black college marching bands. This degree of excellence doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of hours and hours of dedication and practice. It goes without saying, somebody has to direct this legendary band. Dr. Kenneth Ruff creates drill designs for the band and is responsible for the organization and planning of the entire band program. Dr. Ruff says working with the NC-A&T band is a dream. They're never afraid to step outside the box, whether it's trying new things or setting new trends. They play different genres of music, and the halftime shows always have a fun theme to make them unique. Dr. Ruff rose from a section leader to drum major, and after graduation became the assistant director. He's been the band director for 14 years. In his words, he's living the Aggie dream each and every day. To learn more about Made in Greensboro or to see more images taken by photographers Jerry Walford and Scott Mothersbaugh, visit the Action Greensboro website at madeingso.com. Be sure to watch City Manager Jim Westmoreland's new video series, City Manager's Minute, here on GTN. The city manager highlights upcoming projects and notable city accomplishments, such as the continued revitalization of downtown and the popular Lime Bike program. Aside from GTN, the videos can be viewed on the city's YouTube channel and on the city manager's webpage. The city of Greensboro continues to set trends when it comes to home values and median income. We'll talk to the planning director and take a closer look at the latest trends report. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The wheels are moving full steam ahead as it relates to updating the comprehensive plan. Input is being sought from the entire Gate City community. Joining me now to talk about the growth and development topics that are trending is Sue Schwartz. She is the director of the city's planning department. Hello, Sue. Welcome back. It's always good to see you. So tell us about the highlights of the latest growth and development trends report.
I think this is a report that we do every January. And we do a full set of indicators to just look at how we're growing, how economically we're growing, physically we're growing, et cetera. So some of the highlights are we're seeing more building permits than ever. It's back to pre-recession levels and it's staying there. And the amount of value that people are asking for in building permits is substantially increased. So that indicates really strong investment in our city, which is a great sign. Another highlight is unemployment. When we started doing these reports about 7 years ago, unemployment was hovering around 10%. Now we're well below 5, probably about 4.6, 4.7. So that's also a great sign. And last but not least, we are continuing to grow. We're now at 287,000 people, a little and some change, but that's a great healthy size for a mid-sized city.
Now, when you say there are permits that are being pulled for construction and growth that actually go back to pre-recession time, the comprehensive plan is going to be a good component of that as far as where is this growth, where is it happening?
Exactly. So part of what we're doing, we started this work last year. The city's comprehensive plan, the first one was adopted in 2003. And that's the city's official policy document that talks about where and how we grow. And you should, in good practice, update that about every 10 years. Well, we're way overdue. And so last year we started putting together information to start having those conversations. And actually, you've probably seen some of our folks around town. This fall we started having what we call soft engagement. We were at the National Folk Festival, we were at the Farmers Market, at branch libraries, and we had little postcards and we asked people to ask us, tell us what you like about Greensboro, what makes us special? What should we improve about Greensboro? And then the last one, in 20 years, what do you want Greensboro to be known for? We have over 500 of those cards. And we also had the ability to give us that feedback online. And so we have a good sense that people really do love their city. They love their quality of life. So our challenge with the comprehensive plan is how do we grow, continue to grow in a way that helps people really continue to feel good about that quality of life, build on it for the next generation and the generation after that. How do we ensure that there's prosperity for everyone, that we are ready and ready to go for economic development opportunities and going out and seeking those, and where should they be located, and how are do we have a plan to overcome challenges that might keep us from being a part of that?
Okay, and as you track the trends, that's going to help you keep everything in perspective.
Absolutely.
So when you look at the latest report, were there any surprises?
There were a few surprises in terms of quality of life. Infant mortality was up a little bit this year after being a pretty solid downward trend, and that makes us concerned. Are people getting health care that they need? Are people have access to other support that might be helpful in this regard? And it could be a sampling anomaly, but when you see something like that, you do get concerned. A few other things, we'd like to see stronger growth in average wages. They've kind of held steady, but they're not nearly as high as our counterpart cities, so we'd like to see that continue to improve instead of leveling off.
Right, and I think as we get more resources at the table, all of those issues can be addressed. On the cover of your report, for those who haven't read it yet, you have a quote from Wayne Gretzky. Why did you choose that quote?
I love this quote. One, I'm a tomboy, so I love sports quotes. But this one, the quote is, "A good hockey player skates to where the puck is. A great hockey player skates to where the puck is going to be." And we want Greensboro to be where the puck is going to be. We want to be ready to continue to reinforce what a great place this is to live, work, and play. And how do we ensure that, again, it's there for future generations? So I thought it was a pretty good metaphor.
Absolutely. Love it. Well, thank you, Sue, for checking in and giving us the update, not only on the trends, but the comprehensive plan. It's an ongoing process as far as updating it. People can be part of this process, and we want to make sure that folks keep in touch with what that is and that you'll come back and keep giving us updates so they know how they can be involved.
Absolutely. We will be doing more public outreach and engagement later on this winter, towards the end of the winter and early spring, but we'll be glad to come back and update folks on FYI, and so they know how to find us and give us a call if they have any questions or ideas.
Okay, well, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for a little known fact about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Welcome back. One way to stay informed about what's happening in the city is by attending or tuning in to city council meetings. The Greensboro City Council meetings are open to the public, but if you can't attend, we broadcast the meetings live right here on GTN. Council meetings take place at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesdays of the month on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building located at 300 West Washington Street. The first meeting of the month will primarily be focused on public comments, special presentations, and consent items. The meeting occurring on the third Tuesday of the month will primarily be for public hearings and business items with no public comments. The fourth Tuesday of the month will be reserved for a meeting as needed. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit greensboro-nc.gov/council meetings. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Greensboro Police Department has been awarded the highest level of accreditation offered by the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, or CALEA. GPD underwent a CALEA Gold Standard assessment and received the agency's Accreditation with Excellence Award for demonstrating excellence in the delivery of public safety services. Requirements include maintaining a body of standards covering a wide range of public safety initiatives, establishing and administering an accreditation process, and recognizing professional excellence. Mayor Nancy Vaughn says with this accomplishment, GPD has once again demonstrated Greensboro has one of the most competent, best resourced, and professional police departments in the entire country. Participation in CALEA assessments is voluntary. A mere 5% of all agencies in the U.S. are accredited. An even smaller percentage of agencies have earned the Gold Standard Excellence recognition. Chief Wayne Scott says the CALEA standards are rigorous. Although the formal reaccreditation process is every 4 years, our employees must abide by the numerous standards every day. To read the complete 2017 assessment report, go to the accreditation link under About GPD at gsopd.org. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendar for all the great events being featured this week on the town.
Hey, this is Jody. It's First Friday again, and we have some exciting events happening around the town this weekend. This Friday, head downtown for the First Friday celebration. First Friday is a free monthly self-guided walking tour that includes downtown's eclectic shops, art galleries, studios, museums, and alternative art venues. Find out more at firstfridaygreensboro.org and be sure to tag your experience on Twitter with hashtag FirstFridayGSO. Later on Friday, head over to the Greensboro Coliseum to see Grammy Hall of Fame and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame honorees, the Isley Brothers, as they headline 97.1 QMG's Rhythms of Triumph. The show starts at 7:30 p.m. Visit GreensboroColiseum.com for more information. Green Hill Art Gallery is premiering a new exhibit starting Saturday and running through April 15th. The exhibit, called Slow Art by Leanne Halberg, encourages visitors to enter a meditative mode and participate in the reflective processes involved in the artistic process. There will be an opening reception featuring live music during First Friday beginning at 6 p.m. For more information, visit greenhillnc.org. Now through February 18th, come to the Triad Stage to see the American Classic production of A Raisin in the Sun. It takes place in a cramped apartment on the south side of Chicago, where a struggling family awaits a life insurance payment that could change their circumstances. There are still tickets available and several performance times, so be sure to get your tickets. Visit triadstage.org for more information. Get your tickets now to see Art Garfunkel performing on Thursday, February 8th at 8 p.m. at the Carolina Theater. Garfunkel has made an indelible mark on the music world as both a solo artist and half of the unrivaled Simon & Garfunkel. Visit carolinatheater.com for more ticket information. Keep watching FYI Weekly right here on GTN to find out more about events happening on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Minority and Women's Business Enterprise, or MWBE program, promotes inclusive bidding for businesses owned by minorities and women, using its economic power of purchasing to extend contract opportunities to all interested companies. Encouraging minority and women-owned companies to bid on city contracts increases competition, stimulates the local economy, and helps to ensure diligent use of public funds. Through the MWBE program, the city provides minorities and women an equal opportunity to participate in all aspects of city contracting and purchasing programs, and prohibits discrimination against a person or business in pursuit of these opportunities on the basis of race, color, sex, religion, or national origin. On the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO Shoutout. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO Shoutout. This week's shoutout goes to the men and women who make up the field operations team who prepare our roads in advance of the snow and then plow the roads so we can all drive on cleared streets. The crews take turns working 12-hour shifts to ensure the road conditions are passable for you, our residents and visitors. They have a real-time map on the city's website to track the street preparation progress. Additionally, we want to thank police, Parks and Recreation, fire, transportation, engineering, Guilford Metro 911, water resources, and the communications department for being on the job when the city facilities were closed due to the snow. Way to go, G-Team. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.